Alright, so this is going to be a reading for Leo. And for the Leo that I'm reading for today, I'm seeing that you're in the process of closing out a cycle. And that cycle has to do with what you accept in relationships or how you engage in certain relationships. For some of you, this could be about a specific connection that you have. For others of you, it's about a general pattern that you have in connections and how you find yourself in relationship with others in general. Your oracle cards are We Are the World, Success, and Past Lives. So there's something here about your connection with the larger network of souls out there in the world and the way that you relate to other energies and connect with them and moving through some type of karmic cycle that you've been learning across a number of different lives. Now, I'm going to dive into this energy more, but before I do, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, Leo, and for receiving this reading. If you would like a personal reading, I do offer personal readings. You can email me. My email is available below in the description box. And if you would like to lend your energy more to the channel so that I can manifest messages that resonate the most with you, you can like and subscribe. But let's see what's going on here, Leo. In the recent past, I see that there was something that you were working on or balancing with, and you were moving towards it pretty quickly. But then your intuition kind of had something to say, and I'm seeing like a notification going off on someone's phone. So maybe it's like your intuition like notified you of something. And what I'm seeing that being is whatever it was that you were investing into, like that it needed to come to an end because of something that you were feeling. So you could have received some type of intuitive spark, something like that, that kind of told you, like, even though this seems put together on the surface, there's something about it that is really painful or isn't working for you, and so it kind of needs to come to a close. In this connection, you could have rushed towards it because it felt extremely satisfying. It felt really happy. It felt like, oh my God, all my dreams are coming true. Everywhere I look, just like amazing things are happening here. I keep saying there's a connection, but it may not be a connection. It could just be some type of situation. But either way, I see that you rushed into it, and then kind of your intuition said, wait a second, hold on a second. This is not giving you the stability that you're looking for, or perhaps it's not giving to you the way that you need, or something like that. Something to do with the reciprocity, the give and take in this situation. It's almost like you realized what you needed, and what you needed was more emotional availability, someone showing up for you, someone who can really support your energy and come to you kind of proactively, and someone who can kind of match you, because you're showing up very stable, very capable, very self-sufficient, also very giving, just someone who's very reliable and capable, and you're looking for someone or something who can kind of match that energy and show up to you with their heart and show up to you in clarity, and someone who can really match what you're bringing to the table, which is a lot of intelligence, a lot of emotional availability, the ability to give, all of that stuff. In the current energy, I see that you're very open towards kind of bettering yourself, working on whatever projects you have, and I see you kind of committing more to anything that you have that's going on in your life. This may involve taking some type of risk or starting out on a new journey. Some of you may be traveling more or exploring new places or just getting outside of your comfort zone a little bit more. Whatever opportunities are coming your way, they're coming your way so that you can kind of heal whatever difficulties you've had in the past. You may be looking for new ways to make money, new ways to support yourself. You're kind of like, okay, I had to finish out something, and now I'm looking for something even greater, something I can really throw myself into here. In general, you look like you're very hardworking. You could have multiple jobs, but you could be kind of guarded in your heart space, and so rather than kind of opening up your heart here, you're diving into your work, focusing on your work more, or whatever projects you have at play, because you're kind of showing me, okay, I need to take a break from opening my heart. I kind of rushed into something in the past, realized I needed to close it out, And so now I'm just going to focus on myself and focus on my finances. You're showing me like an immense pressure to either make a lot of money or complete something. It's almost like a feeling of perfection. This could be down to something like just cleaning your house and wanting it to be perfectly clean. For others of you, it's like having a lot of work to do and wanting to do every job perfectly. Many of you may have taken on a little bit too much work in recent times because you're trying to build back up your base in some way, and you kind of took on all that work maybe because you were trying to distract yourself from whatever was going on in your love life, in your heart, and now that it's all picking up, you're kind of like, oh my god, I have to get all of this work done. Let's see. For whatever reason, you're reiterating for me, like, yep, I had to close that thing out that I closed out in my heart. I had to cut myself off from it. I had to leave it behind, and I'm confident in my decision. It looks like you're very much like, I took care of business, and that may be true. You probably had your reasons for cutting this off, whatever it was. But what you may not realize when you cut this off is you actually put up another wall around your heart, and you may be kind of using it as an excuse not to connect to your heart in other areas of your life as well. And so like there's this whole sort of breadth of emotions and feelings that you have that you're sort of cut off from in doing that. There's a lot of pain there. There's a lot of disappointment I'm seeing around possibly expectations that you had for this commitment, thinking this other energy was going to come in and reciprocate. For a while, it did feel really good. It did feel like you were on the right path. It felt like, oh my God, this is amazing. And so I'm seeing that there's a lot of pain there and just disappointment over it not working out the way that you thought it would. And kind of, you realizing the truth about this situation and what it could and couldn't give to you. And you're not really willing to face that. You're kind of blocked off from that, and it's almost like, yeah, you closed out the situation in the material world, but there's still a certain level of healing that it looks like needs to be done here. And until you kind of do that and you cradle the part of yourself that is disappointed that this didn't work out, you're gonna feel a certain blockage to your energy. You're not a robot who can just do work all the time. You need to soften and bring your heart in a little bit. This may also be blocking like other commitments or other connections that you have because you don't quite trust them, and you may not even realize, but it kind of comes from whatever happened in this situation. And that could also be why it's important that you take a closer look at the way that this affected you, because there's a lot going on under the surface that's kind of coming out in other areas of your life that you may not entirely be seeing. You also may be waiting for another connection, or you may be thinking, all right, on to the next thing. But what you're not really realizing is you haven't fully closed this out. Like, you closed this out intentionally, and you closed it out in the material world, and yeah, you focused your physical energies on other things, but in terms of the healing process inside of you, there's a little more that you need to do here. Let's get 3 cards of advice from the universe. Spirit's showing me that you could still be healing from a connection that was very attractive to you, but again, didn't provide the level of stability that you were looking for. And so part of healing this is going to be examining why you were attracted to something that couldn't fully support you, and kind of taking a deeper look at the pain that this caused you. You could be holding on to this connection even though you need to let it go on some level. And I'm seeing that this could be part of a past life karmic process where you're learning a certain lesson over time, and this connection was just there to teach you this lesson again, and you're going to experience that lesson until you learn it. So take this time to heal your heart and to feel your heart, and not just, plunge into your work to avoid that, because eventually it's going to come up anyway. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that this helps. I hope that this resonates, and I'll see you next time. Bye.